Now able to see the screen, ma?
No, sir.
Screen కనిపించట్లేదా? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now is we are moving to the JavaScript exercises. So almost all 67 exercises are there. So in this week we will be completing this one. Yeah, see, here we are going to know about the scripting language. In that we have already gone through this. There is one data type called VAR. So it will going to accept characters. It's going to accept the numbers. So whatever the value you're going to give, based upon that, the data type will going to act. So now the question is like how you going to create a variable with car name. So simply you can say variable car name. Now this is the variable we have assigned. Now to this variable we have declared and I want to assign a value called Volvo. So simply can say Volvo. So declaring the variable and have the variable. Now we'll see the same thing in for our output in our code. So for this we have to specifically we have to write something like this. Say in body I have to say script type is equal to JavaScript or text and JavaScript, close the script tag. Then here in this I have to declare the variable. So here I'll be saying variable I want car name is equal to, so he wants that Volvo as a value. Yeah, this is how we're going to declare the variable. Now this has to be printed, so I'll be saying document dot write say car name, and we'll see whether this is going to work or not. So you can see I got the output value. So assigning the value in the variable and taking the with the help of variable, I'm trying to print the value under that. So for this I have to declare the script. So here we are been not getting that coding, just he has been asking how we going to declare the variable. So we have been declaring a variable and that is how we are going to write in the main in the HTML. Now he wants to assign a value x and should be value should be 50. So can you tell me how I will be going to assign? So simply I'll say x is equal to 50. No double quotes, nothing. No double quotes, nothing. Simply I can say var is equal to x is equal to 50. Now x has become the 50. If I give this in double quotes, then that will become the string value character. If I give simple value without any double quotes, then it will be treated as number. Okay. Then go for the third one. Now he wants to display the sum of two values. So I'll be saying x is equal to y. So I'll be saying this is 5 and 5 plus 10. So I'll be saying document dot get element by id demo dot inner html is equal to x plus y. So it will not going to calculate 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. It will going to display 5 plus 10 because if you see here, it should display 5 plus 10 as an output. So it's not transferring the 5 value and 10 value. Though it's a number, while it you are printing on the screen, it should be converted. So we have been seen about how to convert. We have something called parseInt, which will going to convert. That example we will see. So the question is he wants to print 5 plus 10 on the screen. So we'll see this one as an output. So our answer will be the correct and we'll see the output for this. So here I'll be writing the code in this fashion. So where x is equal to 5 and where 5 is equal to 10, then get element by this and I'll be saying x plus y. Now we'll see the output of this. So here I didn't got anything. Why? Because I have not used the element. Okay, get element by id I said. So inner element. So what I have to do in the my body, I have to use any element called p. Then I'll be using something called uh, id is equal to demo. Then close the paragraph. Now this will going to help us to print the value in the paragraph. Now we'll see this one. Now we got the output 15. See, so the 15 is printed, okay, in the element of paragraph as like this. So it automatically it is in value, it has been working. But suppose if I give this in a double quotes, so if I give this in a double quotes, what happens? So it is getting 5 and 10. So because it's in a string value. So if you remove this and make it as a number, then the inner element is calculating as number, so no need to transfer it, because where this variable is integer and this variable is also integer, so directly it is treating as number only, so directly can calculate. But in the other case, if we am using the text box, then this will not going to work. If I'm using this in the text box, this will not going to work. So if you want that also, I'll be showing you. If you want that one, so as you are already aware of form tag, open the form tag, then I'll be saying input. Okay, so if I go for this input type is equal to saying text, I'm saying, can we try this with a number? So already we have seen about the number, and I'll be saying id is equal to say x value, I'll be saying x1, I'll be saying, and same thing I'll be taking for the third one. So I'll be saying x2, I'm saying. Now, well, whether it will going to work or not, we'll check it. So here I'll be saying document dot get element inner element, I'll be saying. So here I'll be saying inner element is what? Here it is x1. And we'll try to see whether this is going to work, because I'm also experimenting on this. Because we've seen in the previous one with the help of something like converting the numbers. Why we are converting into number? Because we are saying type is equal to text, I'm saying. So it's a text, whether you're entering the number or a text, it will treat as text only. So for that we need a parseInt function to transfer that into numbers. But now we are saying type is equal to number, because already we have come across this concept, type is equal to number. Now in that, whether it will going to accept those things or not, we'll see. Now I'm taking the inner value of id x1, inner value of id x2, take the value and put it in the paragraph as 15. So we'll see this one. So I got this one as say, I'll say here 12 and 12. So I'm not getting, so I need button for this to get this. So it's not showing this. So we need a button to, on once I print the button, I should get that one. Input uh, type is equal to submit, and I'll say on click. So this much of things you have to do if you are using a form cell. So I'll be saying add. So I'm using an add function for this. Then this entire thing I'll move this into an add function. So I'll be saying function add. Open this, close it. Now whether with this will go into work or not, we'll check it. Now I'll be saying here 12 and 13, and we'll see this. So it's not working for this also. instead of this, can we try this one? X plus y, will see. Yeah, this is working like this, but the value has to taken from this one also.
Sir,
చెప్పండి.
did we wrote a dot value for that?
Inner value అందాం కదా. Okay, right now. So we can use that one also. Dot value, no? That's, so here I'll be taking x1. This is x2. See, this also will try. Because lot of programs we are learning, so sometime it will be like this only. Yeah, we got it, but what I got it, it is printing the same number, so it's not doing the addition. See, 12 12 it is getting. So that is what the problem we require. So it should be converted that numbers. So if it is normal, it will be calculated, but because it's a text box, no. So though you are taking number also, it is not taking that one. So it should be converted into compulsory parse int. So here I'll be writing parse int. So here you can have the parse int function. So if you use this parse int function, then automatically that will be converted into numbers. So parse int and so conversion is very important. So now I'll be taking 12 and 34 and we'll see 46 I got. See, so this is how we are going to use. Though this type is being giving numbers, so it is not allowing us. So I can restrict this with characters. So characters will not going to accept it. So for that I can restrict and I can make it this as a numbers. So I can make it this as a numbers. But the numbers when I'm trying to enter, when I click on that button, and in order to get the output, I had to need a parse int function. Okay. So we'll see the another one. So now create a z value. So for that we need a var z. Then he wants the output on the alert box. So I can say alert. Okay. So first I'll copy this. Then we'll see the answer whether correct or not. So click on this. I got the answer correct. So we'll see the same thing on this also. So what I'll do, I'll remove this one and I'll put that code in the scripting language. So var z equal to this one and we'll see whether I'm going to get the output or not. So I remove this one, I don't require. Now this also I don't require and simply can run it. Now you can see I got the alert box on the screen. Maybe half of the screen you may get it on the screen. Are you able to see the output on the screen? OK button. I think only OK button is visible on the screen. Is it right? Are you able to see the 15 as an answer?
No, sir.
Any box you are able to find on the screen? On the top. OK or 15 is not showing. But it is working on my screen. It is coming. Because as I told you, no.
Besides that download button, sir.
near run button, run debug. After run debug, do you find able to see any other screen?
Run, debug, stop, share, save.
All you are able to see. Okay, maybe here I am getting the output on the screen. As I told you, no, because this screen is capturing only that area. Whatever the screen area is there, only that area is there. Above that, if it is coming, it is not showing. So the heading and all the things, it is not showing in your screen also when I'm trying to share it. It's an advantages for us also not to show what are the above screens, what are the tags bar I'm using, but sometime in some other cases, if I want to show them, we are unable to see that. So we got a box. When I'm using alert box, I got a box and I got the output by saying 15 OK. So I click on the OK button, that will go. So you just execute these programs in your system so that you can get it the output and you can able to see on the screen also. Okay. So anyhow, we'll get alert means we're going to get a small window by giving the answer. Now, on one single line, declare three variables with the following names. First name is called John, last name is called you, age is equal to 35. So can you tell
Share
me the
screen share.
yeah. Now can you tell me the answer for this? He wants to declare a variable all this in single statement. So can you tell me or any guess?
Sir, first name, comma,
First name, then comma,
then here do,
do,
comma,
comma,
age 35.
age, age 35 without any double quotes. Okay, right, very good. Now we'll move to the operators. Now I want to display the message on the screen by multiplying the values. So how are you going to multiply 10, 5? What is the symbol I have to use here?
Asterisk,
Very good. For division,
slash,
which slash, forward or backward slash?
forward,
This one or this one?
the previous one, sir.
Right. Reminder,
Person type,
very good. For addition, how I'll be using for addition? For addition, how I have to do? I want this two to be added.
plus equal to,
Right. I have to use plus equal to. So we call that as an assignment operator. Now same as multiplication, assignment operator for
and
multiplication,
equal
asterisk equal to. Very good. Now we'll move to the data types. So what is the first one? So use the comments to describe the correct data type description. So what is the length? What it will going to do? It's an integer. Is it right?
to. Yes.
Or I can say number. What about this?
String,
String or character. Okay. We'll see if it's a type to character. We're not taking. So we'll say it's a string. What about this? Having like this, comma, followed by like this. So two elements are coming, separated by comma. So it is array. Okay. So number, string, or we can say it's an object. So array is only like John and Dio. But why I'm calling this an object? Because it is saying that label followed by the value. Label followed by the value. So in that case, we can say it's an object. Okay. Now we'll move to the function. So already the function is created saying that my function alert dialog box. So how are you going to call this? How are you going to call this function? Yes. So you declare the function by saying function name, and in that some statement is there. So how are you going to call this function? Simply you can say my function. That's it. So if I write like this, automatically this will be going to call the function. This is going to jump over here, and under that whatever the statements are there, it is going to come. Already just now we have seen, no, add button we have used. So add button has been added to the button called submit button. So I return the function and I call the add button. So add function has been called. Now I have already explained about the function. Now can you declare the function? Tell me how.
My function.
First you have to
Sorry,
write
function.
function, then
My
function,
function.
then
This bracket,
brackets, then
curly bracket.
brackets, curly braces. Okay, very good approach. Only one person is answering. Why are the other people are listening or not? Yeah, anyhow, one person it will learn also. For me also, it's a very good task. Yeah. Now you tell me. Make a function to return hello.
Return. Hello.
Simply you can say return hello. So this message will be passed into the function. Say I'm calling the function. So what the function is doing? It go there and it will see the hello. That hello will be passed into this, and that will be get over here. So we'll see this one in our output whether it is going to work or not. So our answer is correct. We'll see for this. So scripting language, take this, write like this. Now I'll be getting one button. So input, or simply you can say paragraph, open the paragraph, and I'll say id is equal to demo, and close the paragraph. Now we'll see in paragraph the output should come. See, hello is there. So if I don't write the paragraph, I'll not get the output. See, I'll not get the output because we are saying here demo. So it should have some name, and it's saying it's an inner element. So it is not compulsory you have to take for the paragraph. Anything you can take. I can take for the h1 also, and I can say id is equal to demo, and I'll close the h1. So for this also it will come. See, this much bigger size we are getting. So not the element is important. The ID that has been passed to any of the element, that is important. See, I got the bigger output. Now you can fill this because you have seen in the three programs a common thing. Now you tell me the fulfill this. What I had to write here. So just now we have seen the syntax for this. It is get elements element by id and say inner HTML. Is it right? Just now we have seen no regarding this. We have seen no get element by ID inner element. So same thing is was asking. So he wants to print the hello message. So it's correct. Now we are going to go for the object. So we have already seen how the object is declared. Now I want to print the elements of the object. How I am going to print the value? So here I'm saying that where a person is there, first name John, last name Dio is there, but he was asking I want to print only the John. So I want to print only.
Person dot first name.
So I have to say person. In this I have to specify because this is in a what you called object array. So I was thinking about this I or zero should be there, but how it will be taken. So take the help of the show because yeah, person dot first name. So we'll see whether this is going to work because this is also the third one I'm coming across this. So third example, I was coming across this. So sometimes we may forget all this. So now we'll see whether this is going to work or not. So what I'm required here. So I'm putting all together like this. So what I have to do here, I have to say here I'll be using the instead of alert dialog box, I'll use the output because alert dialog box unable to see on the screen. So I want the output here. So instead of using alert, I'm using our previous session. Like what is that? Uh, document dot get elements by ID. Then I'll be saying it's in a demo dot inner HTML equal to what is that? Person
Put
dot first name. Is it right? Okay. Is it okay? So instead of writing alert here, because I'm unable to show the output, I am getting the output on the screen, but the screen is not visible to you. Because even when I'm dragging also, the screen is not, it is fixed. The screen size is fixed to that area only. So screen has been taken. So for that I have been replacing. So instead of writing this alert, instead of writing the alert, I replace this with like this. Now we'll see whether the John will be printed over here. So we got John has been printed. So how we are linking that one with the variable name followed by the that particular element in that variable. So this is how I can go in. So this is what the advantage of object. Now he was asking add the following property and the value to the person object country Norway. So can you tell me how I will going to write this one? So first I will be writing this as a comma. Then this is country and in double quotes Norway. Simply. Okay. So I can able to add one more value. So we call this as a property. So this is a property and this is a value. Now next one is about the JS object. Objects we have finished now. What we have finished now just now?
so GS Objects. Second
Objects.
exercise.
Second exercise. Huh? This we have finished, no?
Yes, sir.
Second exercise. Second exercise we have finished. Third one, no? Yeah. So create an object called person with name John, age 50. Then access the object to alert John is 50. So now tell me, person. What I had right here
Equals.
is equal to right.
Name
Name.
equals to.
Name equal to or colon. It is
Colon,
colon.
sir.
Yes. Then here age colon. Then what I had right here person
Dot name.
dot name. Then
Person dot age.
person dot age. Very good. Now, button is there. It should do something when someone clicks try to fix.
On click.
So we are right on click. Very good. What about this? I have to call the function
On click my functions.
on click
My function.
my function.
Brackets.
Okay, very good. Next, I have a div tag which should return red when someone moves the cursor over it.
Move overs.
So mouse move.
Oh,
Is it right? Mouse over or mouse move. So we'll see over will write. Let's see over. What is- So it's not giving the answer. So we'll try to this. So on mouse over it is. So on mouse over. So we'll see this one as an output and we'll try to see in our output. So I'll write in our scripting language and so for this when I'm doing this one, so if you see here on mouse over this dot style dot background is equal to red when I'm using this dot style. So if I'm using this keyword and followed by any function, then no need to write the scripting. Specifically, we are not going to write any scripting like this. So this is how you're going to do it. So wherever you find this dot something and followed by any function name, so simply blindly remember that we no need to write the script tag. I will see whether this one. So whenever I will go, see, I got the red color. Okay. So when I mouse come out of that, again I'll be saying. So I'll be saying whenever I come out of that mouse out. So it should be green color. I'll say. Let's see. See. When I'm coming out of that, it's coming. Okay. So can I write this for two? For one sentence, can I write this one? So we'll try this also. So I'm writing for the mouse out and mouse this one. So when it is over, it should be red. If it is out, it should come green. So whether this is going to work or not, we'll see. So it is coming. See, it is coming red color on that. When I'm coming out, green color is coming. See, out, green. Okay. So I can write two functions in the same line also. Is it clear?
yes,
So
sir.
you can write two functions also like this. Okay. Now we'll move to the string. So now use the length property to alert length of text. So whatever the text I have, I need the length of. That means it should calculate the hello world length. So what I'll be using, I'll be using len gth followed by txt. It's a guess for me, so I'll be seeing whether it will work or not. Yeah, it's correct. So what is that? So if I want to
Sir,
know what is
screen is
the,
not.
okay. So he wants to know the length of this. So I want to count what is the size of this. So I'll be saying text dot length. So length is a by default the function that is available in the scripting language. So I'll be saying length will going to count the number of letters are available in the text. So we'll see this experiment. So whichever that is new to us, I am telling to you. So here I'll be trying to do like this. So when I'm writing like this, again I'm declaring the variable and all the things. So you should blindly remember that I have write the scripting language, opening of the scripting language, closing of the scripting language, and take the length. Then I want to print this. So same thing, document dot get elements by ID. So I'll be saying demo. Then say dot inner HTML is equal to X. I'll be saying. Now it should count the number of letters including space. So you can see I got the 12. Suppose if I take it world, if I remove hello and if I say world, and it will going to give me the size as 6. Okay. Now use escape characters to alert we are wicking. So escape character I have to use. So in our escape character is nothing but in the C language using /0, but in this what is the character we are going to use? We'll see. So here we are using something called we are wicking. So here I am writing this entire word, but it is trying to give the S characters. So whatever the extra spaces are there, that should be removed. So we'll see this also. What happens to this? So here I'll be writing this word in this fashion, and what will be output we'll see. So what I'll going to get the output length we are using. Okay, so I don't want length here. I'll say text only. Now we'll see
Sir,
what. Ah,
screen, sir.
చూస్తున్నాను రెండు రెండు షఫలింగ్ అయ్యేసరికి మర్చిపోతున్నా. Okay, so now I want this one. So we have seen that text I want escape character should be used. So in order to get the escape character I'm using this /1. So /open /close. So with I'm using this one, and I want to print that particular text value. So we'll see what will be the output for that. So now you can see, in order to get this double quotes as an output on the screen, suppose if I don't write, if I remove, if I write like this, I will not get it. Simply I'll going to get the we are wicking. But in that wicking I need this special character should be printed on the screen. So suppose I want small character, or apostrophe if I want. Okay, so if I want like this, I'll going to get that one. See, I'm not getting that one. See, oh, I like this. Sorry. Now I'll going to get it. So you can see I got this apostrophe. Okay, something if I want to type, which is going to give it, like I'll be saying uh, father's name, mother's name. So apostrophe S I want. So in order to get the special character to be printed on the both the sides, so I'll be using this kind of symbol. So we called an escape character. So the escape character will going to help out to print the special character along with the previous. So this will be treated from here to here. So this double quotes will be treated from VR to Viking is the opening and closing of the same string. To whichever string I want a special character, use that word or a letter or anything followed by backward slash and forward slash. In that, whatever the code you want to put it, you can put the special characters. Okay, if you don't put this one, so you see what happens. See, even though it's working. Now, if it was single quotes, that's what's working. Now we'll think about the double quotes. How far this is going to work. See, the double quotes are not printing on the screen. Single quote, one double quotes and single quote was working on the screen, but when I'm going like this, it's not coming. So for that compulsory, I have to use the this character, and we'll see run this. So even though it's not working because it is open, it should be closed compulsory. So backward slash and the forward slash should be given. Okay. Now we'll see this one. Now you can find the output. Okay. Now combine the two words. How are you going to combine this?
str1 plus str2.
str1 plus str. Right. Now I want the find the position of the character of H in the string text. So wherever the H is there, I want to find the position of the text. So what is the function we are going to use for the string? So we will be using something called index of, because position starts from 0. So index number we are be calling, and whatever the letter you want to find it, you can find that particular word in this. So that letter will be going to get it. So we'll be using this one in our program. So I'll be writing here that one. So here I'll be writing this one. Text dot index of. I'll be talking about the I. So I'll go for the I later. So first come first service it will take, and according to that it will going to give me the answer. So it is saying it is at ninth position. So we'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so ninth position it is taking. So including spaces also it is taking. So if I say for E, then we'll see it is at first position. So as I told you, index starts from 0. So the first statement position is 0. This is 1. Like that it will take. So you can see the letter E is at first position. So where is the W position? So we'll see whether W will going to come. So it should, according to us, it should give me the 0. It's saying it's a 0 position. So this is how you're going to get the position of the letter in that particular word. So what is the function we are using? String function index of. Now use the slice method to return the word bananas. So in the sentence, I can eat bananas all the day. So in that, I should find where the banana is there. It should pick up that and it should print on the screen. So for that, there is a in string method we have a function called slice. So slice is making partitions. So how you going to make the partitions? So it will from the left side and the from the right side. So from the left side, how many words are there? So it is 3 characters, and from the right side 3 characters. So 2. So how it will work? Sorry. So it is taking from 10 and 17. So size from the left side, from the right side, you have to take the values, and automatically I'm going to get the bananas. So we'll see this one also. So I'll write this as a slice some value. So I'll be saying here slice like this. So I'll be writing here, removing all these things, and I'll be saying whether how far this is going to work. We'll check it. So I'll take this as 4, and from this one as I'll say 7. We'll see which letter will going to come. Okay, I forgot to give the double quotes here. Now it will work. Now you can see I got RE. So from the fourth letter, so V, E, space and A. So 4 letters from here has been removed. So I got R. What about the E? How I got E? So from here you take the 7. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we try to make this 2, will say what happens. So it is crossing that one. We'll see again this one. Now you can see I got this one. How it is been getting means from left side it is taking after from where you want. So I'm taking from the fourth letter. So it is taking from R. From 4 you take 12 words. That is 12 position. So 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's why we are getting from here to here. So this is how the slicing will going to work. So from which position to which position? Say I'll start from 1. We'll start from 1 and we'll end with 12 characters. So we'll see what happens. So you can see the position 1, we already know that this is 0 and this is 1. So from here I got this one. So I'll try to get from the 0 and we'll get 10 characters. So we'll see what happens. So we are Viking. See, I got the full answer. So total, we have been able to understand that this is 15 letters that are available in this word. So I am able to get the from starting to last. So if you want only from only few one, then I'll be taking something like this, and I'm going to get VR. Okay, so the slicing function will going to work like this. Now use the correct string to replace the word hello with some word welcome. So what is the function we are going to use? Simply we will use the function called replace. Whether it is going to work, so it is going to work this one. So I stop the session here only, ma. So almost all it is 3:47. So we'll continue the same exercise from tomorrow. That is next class whenever we have. Okay. So I think I stop the class here. Is it clear up to this? Whatever we taught. Any doubt, ma? Ketan, is it okay? Sakina, is it okay? What, Ketan? No reply from your side.
Yes, sir.
బోర్ అవుతుందా క్లాస్?
బోర్ కాదు సార్. అంటే లెంతీ ఉంది కదా సార్.
Okay, okay. Right. So I stop the class here only. So we'll see the continuation of the class tomorrow. So kindly post today's attendance, ma. Because from
ఓకే సార్.
morning 1:30 onwards we are taken, no? So you can just post me the attendance. Okay.
ఓకే సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Thank you so much, ma.